Hey guys, welcome back to Scott Barnes TV. I'm Scott Barnes, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave me a comment. I'm here with the amazing model Paige.
Hi guys.
And we're gonna talk bronzers.
Woo-hoo.
That's right, you guys. I haven't done a tutorial in a minute because I've been doing photo shoots and I've been traveling and I've been making products and doing Christmas things. So I'm making you a tutorial about bronzing. So I'm going to put together a whole bronzer package and a bundle, and I'm going to show you guys how to use bronzers because that's probably the most asked question I get. Everybody knows me for my body bling, right? So I made body bling in many shades, rose gold, original, and platinum. How do I know what the right color is for me? You don't, so you mix them all together. You have to buy all three. I'm teasing. So if you're somebody that is really fair and you just want a little bit of color and you run on the pinky side, how do I know what my undertones are? Let's talk about undertones. You know what your undertone is?
I think I'm pink.
You think you're pink?
Or yellow.
Or yellow. See, she doesn't know. So let's see your knuckles. You're yellow. I'm pink. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
You see that?
Wow, I just learned so much.
Right. So people are like, what are my undertones? Because you can have sun damage and look really pinky.
Yeah, like I run pink in my cheeks, so I think I thought.
A little bit of rosacea maybe, like that little
probably.
onset of it, you know what I mean? It happens. It can happen from a lot of things. It can be sun damage.
It is sun.
It could be birth control. It could be a lot of things that really change the way your texture of your skin is and the coloring of it. So we're going to talk about body though, because this is a body product. Not to be used on your face, okay? That's right. And I had somebody literally ask me, well, isn't it your face part of your body? And I said, yeah, so are your teeth, but you don't rub toothpaste all over your body. I mean, some people do, but we'll leave that for another day. Okay, so body bling. I'm gonna explain to you, if you're a little bit pinky, you wanna use the rose gold if you wanna work with it. If you're somebody that uses spray tan and you wanna amplify it, original. If you're medium to deeper tone skin, you're going to use the original. If you're somebody that's completely pale and you just want some highlight, platinum.
Perfect.
Okay? So I'm going to go with you. I'm going to play with original and platinum. Original and platinum. It's pretty. Take a little bit of original. I'm going to put it into a bowl. You could do this with your hands, but I'm going to use a brush. All right?
Oh, the platinum is such a nice color too.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit like champagne highlights.
Yeah.
That's what I called it, champagne highlights. And what you can do with this is it soaks into the skin. It's a great highlighter. And it can also give you the bronzy, glowy effect that you're looking for. This is really easy, guys. I mean, this stuff is not hard. And this makes your bones stand out. You get this healthy.
Would you ever be able to use this mixed in with your body lotion if you wanted it in kind of like
a thinner? You can,
all over?
Absolutely. And also, I was going to tell you, some people have a lot of things that they're trying to cover up. Your skin's really pretty. So you don't have major issues with like, oh, I have to cover this up, right?
Right.
And I can show you how that mixes really well too. But see how pretty that is? Look at that glow.
Wow, it's so nice.
So imagine like, you know, you got a great tan going, it's summer, you want to feel like you went somewhere tropical. Now you can work this in with the skin, and I want you to, with your hands. It just comes out a little differently.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And what's really great about this is that it's a moisturizer base, so it soaks in and you're left with the shimmer on top of the skin.
Yeah, it feels really like.
And it shows off all,
luxurious.
and it makes your skin look really, like, it like makes you look thin because the highlight catches everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So all of a sudden your arm, and you know, and all your bones stand
Yeah.
out. It's pretty, you know what I mean? It's an easy way to look great. I mean, it's like you want a strapless dress, you know, you want something going on, and it doesn't always necessarily mean jewelry.
Yeah. And the longer it sets, it does like so naturally.
It looks like your skin, and it doesn't transfer all over the place. It's not, you know, like shimmer's gonna move no matter what you do, but it's not gonna be like, okay, I just destroyed my ensemble for the evening. So.
I feel like anytime I've ever used anything else along these lines, it gets so dry that this one's so nice because it holds the moisture.
Yeah.
You know?
It soaks into the skin and it makes your skin feel good. It's not like we're, okay, now I'm teaching you guys how to fake a tan, right? I always say fake it, don't bake it. And the reason why I say that is because I had my 30-year-old brother died of skin cancer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was terrible. And he wasn't really a sun worshiper, but he played soccer and he was in the sun a lot. And so it's really good to stay out of the sun. Small exposures to the sun is good. Use a SPF. You don't want to age your skin. You don't want to look old. And this is a really great way to cheat the sun without committing to a self-tanner, because sometimes people don't like the smell of self-tanners. I use self-tanner myself, and I don't love the smell of it. I have to be honest.
Oh, no.
It's gross.
No boy wants to come near you when you smell like a fake tan.
Yeah, you're like, what is that smell? Why does it smell oddly like DHEA? That's what's crisping in your skin right now. So, yeah, gross. And we want to be able to fake the perfect tan. How do you do that, right? So I'm showing you. So you see how white your face looks now?
Yeah.
And your body looks a little bronzy. So we can also deepen your skin by using the original formula and adding into it. So if we want to go a little bit warmer, like we could turn the heat up. Now, not everybody likes working with the cream, so I'm going to show you something cool. I made pave powder, right? So, and all 3 shades. Do you go out in the sun? Do you use SPF? Do you use SPF in like your moisturizers? Like, tell me a little bit.
I mean, I am a Florida girl, so I am like,
You're,
I've
you
been
know
in
the
the
sun.
sun my whole life, that I am not somebody who is as probably cautious as I should be.
Because it's normal for you.
If I'm in the sun, I always have SPF on my face and on my chest at least.
Yeah.
But I'm not, I've struggled to find a good skincare that has SPF in it that doesn't have that
Whitiness.
Yeah, or that it's like oily.
Dr. Lancer, he has probably the best SPF I've ever seen in my life. I swear to you. Like, it blends so nicely.
And
like
a daily moisturizer.
It's not even
Almost.
a moisturizer. You can add it. It's his SPF, and you can add it to whatever. It's
wow.
amazing.
Okay.
So if anybody,
Note to self.
it's Lancer. So if anybody has wanted that or looking for that, that's the product to do,
Okay, great.
Okay, couple things. This is the pave powder.
Okay.
You're going to love it. I'm going to tell you. You're going to love it. You want to know why you're going to love it? Because I said you're going to love it. All right. So have you ever had a shimmer powder in your life and you hate it and you go nuts?
Yeah.
Okay. So this clicks and closes.
Wow.
And then the lid, you don't lose that second lid ever.
That's so nice.
And that's all the powder in there. And look, I'm going over your black pants. Nothing's happening. Over my black shirt. Nothing's happening.
Wow.
You have to move it to get it. So this is something that I designed and ordered so that, because when you get to, and then this dips down, if you look real close, there's a dip here. So when that locks, it actually locks. It's not like it's domed and then it's all coming out. So when you get to where you got to go.
And it almost like pushes the extra powder back in.
Correct. So you can, I open it up like this and then. So if you're somebody that just wants to use a powder and not use, quote unquote, a bronzer.
Wow.
Pretty.
That's so nice.
Check out that glow. So this comes in 3 shades too. It's also in the platinum, rose gold, and the original. All 3 shades. So those are an alternative. That's all part of the Body Bling family where you can like really get a bronzer. Okay, so let's talk foundation, right? How do we get a good foundation? You want to just look like you just went to Saint-Tropez. So we've created kind of what the color is of your skin. So what I do is I find a moisturizer or foundation that's about the color of your skin, and then I drop down a shade to there.
Oh, wow.
Okay? So you can kind of see where that's at.
And like, what color would you call that I would be?
It's like a caramel. It's just a light caramel though. It's not like yellow.
Would you call it a neutral color, or do you think I'm...
It's a little warmer than a regular neutral.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, this is a foundation I'm working on, so.
TBD.
Yes, it's 2B, but it's a cream foundation, and I like it because you can either use it really thin or you can build it up.
Everyone needs that.
Yeah, and it has like a kind of a powdery texture, and it dries down as almost like a powder, but it still has that beautiful kind of glow to it. And you see how little I'm using, and I'm just buffing it into your skin.
And you're not pushing hard at all.
No. Brushes are great, and let me explain to you why I love the dual fiber brush, right? So you have these like double-ended brush, or these double fiber. That's why they call them dual fiber. You can use this to just kind of lift gently, and you get a very soft application, as opposed to, or I think sponges are great, but you get a little bit of a heavier application. You're also pushing it really far into your pores. So they do different things. It's not that it's bad, it's just, I prefer brushes. I have a painting background, so for me a brush is great. If you want to get things tighter, I choke up on the brush. If I want it a little looser, you go out further.
Oh, this brush is so nice.
So that's part of like what the story is with brushes. And this is my foundation brush. It's number 68. Now I'm using the lighter shade that we originally started, and I'm going to use that as a concealer. You don't really have dark circles or anything weird, so what I'm doing is just popping that in there. And this brush that I'm using is a Sephora brush, and it's just the Pro Foundation brush. I have a ton of brushes. I make brushes. I use other people's brushes. I like brushes.
Wow, that's so nice.
So you're just your biggest thing is that you're a little bit pink underneath your eyes, and that's it.
Yeah.
You pull a little bit of pink there.
Like right here. Yeah, like right in, what would that zone be called?
Right in your T-zone area,
T-zone.
right?
Yeah.
So if you want to build this up, you can, right? And the way to do that is just to add that lighter color, bring it up to the nose, but not over the nose.
So nice.
See that? And that just pops in some light right there.
Yeah. It's also like kind of slimming, right?
Yes. It's like almost like what I would want to call a reverse contour. Most people just put the two lines down the middle, and we're calling it a day. It looks like you're behind bars. Behind bars. You have been arrested, and you're behind bars. Okay, so I'm going to go into like a very deep foundation color for a second, and we're going to paint with it just a little bit. So what am I going to do? I'm going to hit where the sun hits you. Right? This is where the sun hits you. Right on top of the forehead. See that?
Yeah, really natural.
Yeah. And then we're going to just kind of just bring a little bit in and up and around. Skin, if you treat it properly, it'll really glow for you, but you have to, it's not about packing on as much foundation as you possibly can and hoping for a final result. All right, so we're gonna take a nice, I'm gonna use Makeup Forever's HD powder. And this is really simple too. And this brush is, I don't know who I'm wearing it out. It's a nice little under eye brush. And what I'm gonna do is, remember those areas you were talking about? Mm-hmm. This just kind of like, it's almost like a filter. Check that.
Oh yeah. Takes all the shine away too, which is nice.
Yeah, in those areas you don't want the shiny. You don't want that glowy, because then you just look greasy.
Yeah, literally.
You're like, why do you look like you haven't
Just left the gym.
Yeah.
The full face makeup on.
24 hours a day. You look lovely. Now I made two shades.
Okay.
One's called Bondi Beach, which is Australia, one of my favorite places to go.
Mine as well.
And I made this gigantic, big sun. And this one is Sicilian sun.
Love that place too.
So Sicily's gorgeous, and it's a little bit warmer. The farther south you go in Italy, the more heat it gets. So this one's got a lot of red in it, and this one's very golden. So we're gonna go with Bondi Beach for you. I personally love a little bit of red inside so it doesn't just turn yellow bronze, okay? Now this gold is just a shimmer applique. It does go away, sorry. Everybody who wants to complain about that. Letting you know there's no need to complain. Just buy some gold shimmer. So when you use it, it just kind of goes away. It's pretty, but we're there.
But it also is really nice.
It's pretty, yeah, and it's there, and it's in our thing. So I like to load a brush. I'm using it with the body brush, number 69, right? And it's number 69, the body brush. And what I like to do with this is just kind of wrap around and get the outside of the face. Bronzed up, gorgeous. Very pretty. And I always I joke around. I said, let's just toast the edges, make them a little bronzy. You want to keep this light in here, guys. The trick to bronzing properly is keep the center of the face light. It looks lit from within. And what it does is it also creates youthfulness, right? When you start, most people, you go, here, bronze your face, show me what to do. They go, and then they hit right here as the first spot. So what you're doing is we just lightened all that. Now you're throwing dark back in there. Don't do that. We want to keep that open, okay? Keep it open. And I always love this part of the face, just like we can really hit that with the bronzer. And I'm doing it gently. You're not just grinding it in. We're building it up slow. Pretty, right?
So nice.
And there's shimmer inside of the powder too. So it's got reflectives in it. It's not like a matte, flat, end of story. Because it's so important that when you're purchasing bronzers that they're not just flat brown, you know. Now I'm going to use Samba Sass. This is an individual. You guys will love this because it's got a little bit of pink in it, a little gold in it. And we're just going to hit this right on the cheekbones to give it a little pop of color for summer, you know? It's that heat that this needs.
So nice.
Isn't it pretty? It's got like a great, look at the gold in there. It's so pretty.
Oh yeah, it's so nice. But it also has such a nice, like, sun-kissed, youthful color.
Right. Now, you know how you said that you felt like you were a little pink in here?
Yeah.
That's because that's the way the sun hits your face. So don't be afraid to just kind of go up and over your nose like that.
That's so nice.
Now, all of a sudden that becomes really like, she just went outside to the sun. We haven't treated your eyes or anything at all yet. And everything's
nice.
waking up and it looks pretty and it's alive. All right, so I'm going back to the Pave powder, and I'm going to use this as a little bit of a cheek highlighter with you. Although I have tons of cheek highlighters, I just thought this was really pretty. This is the rose gold, and I'm just kind of blending it in with Samba Sass.
Wow. It like really lifts the blush too.
Yeah, it elevates the whole thing. And then I just kind of go right into the temple. I think it's pretty. And then a little bit on the end of the nose, and I just kind of hit down the middle of the cheek. Just pretty. Pretty and slight. So let's talk about lips. When you go out, I think summer, right? I think shipwrecked, I think. There used to be a L'Oreal color long time ago, and it was called Bronze Coin. Bronze Coin, that's what it was called. And I love that color. With the right tan and the right glow, this is just the prettiest color. Because it's like your lips, but more. I don't know, I just think yacht, I'm thinking tropical, I'm thinking a white dress.
Yeah.
Blue water. Gorgeous mouth. And it's like your lips, but like extra sexy. Not extra small, but extra sexy. I always lift the lip up a little bit, like this little technique that I do to bring the lip gloss out to the edge.
Wow, it makes a big difference.
It's pretty. Instead of just going across the top.
Well, and it adds almost like a shaping to your lip line.
Yeah.
It's really nice and flattering.
That's without a lip pencil. We didn't use a lip pencil. We can if you want to like build it. I would use like Linda or Cindy, which are really great pencils, but
it's funny because I've always thought that like my top lip is such a different color than my bottom lip, but that blends it out where they look like the same. You know what I mean? It enhances it without having to use a lip pencil, and I've always
felt like you needed one.
Yeah.
Like draw the upper lip in because
Totally.
we need to.
Because when it's a different color, it looks silly if you have your full face and then your lips aren't the same color.
Right.
But it's so nice to use a gloss that has like a pigmentation that kind of like
Absolutely, I agree with you.
it out.
This is again the highlighting powder. I always like to just bring it up a little bit right in here to marry the neck to the face, so it doesn't look like they're two different things. And you get a nice little glow. all of this stuff is easy. Everybody can do this. I hope I'm making it look easy. If you guys have any questions, leave comments below. If you don't like what I'm doing, don't leave a comment. I'm going to use, this is like, I did a mini palette called Shimmering Sand. It's great. It's got the colors on the back. They're all just really easy neutrals, and anybody can use them. It's not an expensive palette because it's tiny. Everything in it's little, but it works and it lasts. So I'm going to use the bronzy shade up here. It's kind of like the gold coin. And I'm just using the number 63 winger brush, and I'm going over the whole lid just to do a nice color wash with it. That in and itself, you could just put some mascara on and it's a day. Like, you're done. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And I always like to just kind of open this, bring it back, bring it forward. And I love eyeshadow just going right up into the brow.
So nice.
It's pretty, right? On you,
natural.
it's very easy. It's wearable. Look up for me. And I'm using that same winger brush, and I'm using the same color, and I'm just wrapping it around the eye. I'm gonna flip this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm taking a little bit of this and a little bit of this. They don't have names. And I'm using that one brush. This is it, guys. Pretty easy. So the eye's coming to life. And you have pretty blue eyes, so this is very easy to punctuate.
So nice. Really natural.
She's smoked out a little bit. All right, so I'm going to take this. I got to get you some of these brushes because you keep looking at them. I know you're dying for the brushes. I know. This is number 59.
Okay.
She's a good angle brush. Feel how tight that is.
So good. And they're never this long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're hard to get where they...
Well, and they're short and painful, usually. And then the makeup artist is normally jabbing it into your eye, and you're like, what the hell are you doing? And you're trying not to water. So I load that brush up with a little bit of the darker shade. Look straight up for me. And then I'm just really tight going next to your lash line.
Wow.
Again, real tight next to the lash line, just to make this look a little bit punctuated.
So nice.
You feel like you could go out to dinner, meet your mother. And now,
Like, wow, you've never looked so beautiful.
and I gave birth to you. Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk?
So I'm using that same darker color, same brush, on top of the lid. Just real tight at the lash line. And bringing it in and lifting it up. This is really easy technique. Anybody can do this to make their eyes kind of stand out, look pretty. Okay? Mascara.
Please.
My #1 seller.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm a freak for mascaras.
Oh, wait till you see this.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Yes, it's now like going nuts in every market all over the world. So this is a lengthening, thickening mascara, and it builds. Look the other way. Wait till you see. I'm just going to do one eye so you can
See
die.
the difference?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So nice.
See the difference?
Yeah, huge.
And the brush is like hourglass. So what I like to do is kind of just, I move it around a lot. I load the base of the lashes, give it a little wiggle. I always say wiggle, wiggle, pull. Wiggle, wiggle, pull. And then you can move the lashes to where you want them to kind of stay, and they'll stay there. Now my other formula is thinner, and it lasts really well and it works well with false eyelashes. So you can go over your falsies.
So nice.
So this becomes about your eyes and not so much about mascara or eyeshadow.
Totally. Really natural.
It's clump free, smudge resistant, and it stays on all day for a full 3D lift.
Wow. I look like I'm wearing false eyelashes.
Yeah, they're thick
They're so nice.
and lovely. All right, it's good. It's very, very good. This soap, have you ever used that soap brow stuff? Do you love it?
Love.
I know. It's a great company and I like their product. And I love their brush. Did you see their little brush that
No.
they check that out for an eyebrow brush? Shamaze.
Gosh, wow.
So you can comb.
So nice, both options.
Yeah. So you can comb it up or you can spoolie it, you know?
Wow.
And it stays together. You know how sometimes the spoolie gets loose and then this is not like that. It's a great product. It works really well. It's well constructed. The design's right. We give them an A+.
For sure.
Right? Now, what I like to do with it, I'm sorry, soap brow people, I love your brush, but I'm going to use this gold from, who's this from? Senna Beauty. And this one is called Brow Fix Blonde Shimmer. Hello, Blonde Shimmer.
Wow.
And what this does is
Hold
this,
the phone. Look how gorge.
she's lifting your brow. It's a gel. And it's shimmery.
It's kind of genius.
And she's still see-through. You know, you don't have to fill it in. If you want a more natural brow, say it's summer, you're going outside. I'm talking about bronzers. We're going to dinner. We're going to the beach. We're going to a beach dinner.
Right.
We're going to a barbecue. You don't want to show up with a drag brow. Well, you do. I mean, you could.
No, but you're right. Like, if you're sun-kissed and you're wanting to do that, like, I'm on vacation, you don't want...
Imagine you going on vacation. Wouldn't you love to go to dinner like this, pull your hair up like that in a knot?
100%. I can't do it without you, though. So.
So where are we going? Where are we going on vacation? What time are we leaving and who's booking the flights? All right. So let's go into our sculpting and contour kit just a little bit, okay? And I'm going to grab chiseled and a little bit of sliced because we want to just keep it neutral, right? And I'm just going to make the bone stand out a little bit more.
Would you suggest doing the contour towards the end? I feel like when I do my own makeup, I usually do it almost like the first thing after foundation.
I usually do it under foundation, but because,
Oh, really?
yeah, which is in earlier videos, you gotta watch them all.
I gotta catch up.
You're behind. But on this look, I'm just bringing a little bit in just to strengthen it. And then just a little bit on the end of the nose, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up like that.
She cute.
Yeah. So that is what I would consider a bronzed goddess situation. It's natural, it's easy, anybody can do it. It's the bronze bundle. Available only at scottbarnes.com. Yay!
Available only at scottbarnes.com.